This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with That Prize Guy. I'm delighted to be joined with one of Mark Dunlop's newest signings, Austine. Magnificent Austine, is that correct?
That's correct. Magnificent Austine.
And how does he pronounce your surname? I'm terrible with surnames.
It's called Nnamdi.
Nnamdi.
Nnamdi, that's a double N-A-M-D-I.
Nnamdi. So obviously you're already a committed pro. I think you have a record of 15-4, if I'm right. Is that correct?
That's 11-5
11
right
and
now.
5.
Yeah,
There,
I was also get 16 professional fights.
I was giving you a better record there already.
I appreciate that.
But tell me, obviously, how you've come to be in Northern Ireland. Obviously, first of all, you're 35 years of age. How did you first get involved in the boxing?
Well, I first got involved in the boxing in the Middle East. It was a little bit of a hassle getting between jobs, the proper jobs for me that gives me my time as well, for sports and everything. And then I found an opportunity to box for the then Al Ain University. It's a university in the Middle East, and that was how I started my amateur career. And good enough. It was a success. I trained just 1 week before my first tournament, and I got 3 wins, and I thought, I had this in my hands all the while, and that was the start of the journey.
So what age were you, obviously, when you had your first amateur fight then?
I was 24, 25, I was about 24, 25.
It's remarkable sometimes because, we hear of kids starting out at like the age of 5 and 6,
right.
but there's no age limit in sport nowadays. If you're good enough, you'll always find your way, and obviously you're now a pro, and you've had a really good pro career sort of so far. You fought Viddal Riley, is that correct, in your debut in Dubai?
Yes, that was my first pro fight. That was actually exactly 6 years today, because it was May 27th, I think I fought that fight in Dubai. Yes.
So that was 2019, is that correct? So it was 6 years ago?
Yes, 2019 I turned pro. I wasn't really ready to turn pro, but it was an opportunity, and I thought, why not take it? I had 3 days notice before the fight, just 3 days notice, and it was hard on me, but I'm glad I made that opportunity, that choice, and I think it's good for today.
It's one of them, isn't it? Like, they say it's a bug, sort of. You get in there and you have the motivation sort of from that, and even though you lost your professional debut, you can learn so much from it, particularly when you probably didn't think a week before you weren't even going to be fighting.
Oh yeah, sure. I lost the first fight. I lost the second one to a great fighter as well, Lambat Fagun. And for me, it was like, oh no, boxing is beating me 2-0 now. I'm not going to quit now. I have to beat boxing 2 again. I thought, okay, I'm going to win my next 2 fights. I'm going to train hard. And then when I win my next 2 fights, I'll quit this sport. It's so hard. It's so tough, But then I trained so hard. I went back into camp. I got myself acquainted with, the nitty-gritties of the sports, the ups and downs and everything. And I was blessed to have good coaches there in Dubai, Coach Cloud and Ivan, and they took care of me, brought me into camp and prepared me for my next fight. And I think it was 6 knockouts straight up after that. So I thought, okay, I'm not going nowhere soon.
You've 10 knockouts and 11 wins so far, so you have plenty of power.
Yeah.
You have plenty of power in your hands.
Well, yes, but there's still better work to be done. Yes, but I guess 10 knockouts, so maybe I've got some power.
And how did it come about that obviously you signed with Mark and MHD Promotions?
So Mr. Mark is a friend of one of the big promoters back in my home country, Nigeria. And this guy, I think he has always admired me as a fighter. And he thought, so I was supposed to be in France 2 weeks ago, but that fight didn't work. So he thought, Austine, okay, I've got a friend in Belfast, since I was already planning to come to the UK to meet my wife and daughter. And so he linked me up with Mr. Mark, and it was such a blessing. It was such a perfect blessing. Mr. Mark was really open to help. He took me in. He gave me a call like 2 times. I'm like, okay, that's really great. I've never met such a kind man. It just looked like it was the right time, and he was ready to help someone, or he was ready for a fighter like me, and that's it. It just went from there. It just got better from there. I came down here. I gave him a call. He came around, picked me, brought me to the gym, and he brought me to this place, and I think here I'm in paradise. You know what I mean? Yes. He's got the right coach. He's got the right team. He's done some good jobs. I can see he's not a joke. So yes, I'm really grateful for that.
And have you been made aware of what his nickname is? He's called the Magic Man because when people say with Mark Dunlop, he makes magic happen. He's obviously a lot of great fighters down the years that to be able to get them opportunities that maybe other people couldn't. He's got magic beans in his pockets, but obviously he's called the Magic Man. So you're going to get fantastic opportunities under Mark.
That's the blessing. The Magic Man and the magnificent fighter. The magnificent dancers. I hope we can cause some explosion. Yeah.
And like, with your dancing then, like, is this going to be part of like a ring walk? Obviously, is this your celebration afterwards? You're breaking the dance, so people not only come to see you knock people out, but they'll see you maybe doing a bit of break dancing, maybe a bit of dancing afterwards.
It's every part of me. So my parents told me I first danced when I was 1 year old at a birthday party. I was entertaining everybody with a dance. So I think it's part of me. I dance as a ring walk in. I have the choreography at dance. I danced 6 years professionally back in Africa, and I got a record deal for that. For singing and dancing as well. I dance inside the ring. I do that footwork. So the whole idea is to move more. Just make it fun and just enjoy that stuff. Being a break dancer, a traditional dancer, all that is part of me. And and even in life, when it gets tougher, you just want to pretend everything is cool and just dance. And so dancing is like it's like what I represent. It just represents be calm and enjoy what you're doing. So yes, you're going to see that in every aspect of my boxing.
And obviously, finally, your coach here now, Dan Boyle. How have you been settling in with Dan? Obviously, Dan's one of these sort of people that will make you work hard every second.
That's right.
But obviously, he's going to get the best out of you.
That's right. I appreciate Dan. I mean, like I said before, just feels like everything was meant to be. So perfect. I'm grateful. So Dan he just understands me. Like we just had I've just met him twice, and it was just perfect synergy in the ring. He likes my dancing as well. He keeps telling me, "Dance, do that move, yeah, move," and dance. And the pads, and it just clicks. Sometimes in boxing, it has to take you 1 or 2 weeks before you get to understand your coach, or the coach understands the fighter. But for me and Dan, it's been different, and I hope he just gets better from here. He's perfect, yeah.
And what can Irish fight fans obviously expect when obviously you get into the ring? Like, what can they expect of you that's going to make a difference from anybody else that they're going to watch?
Well, expect a lot of the dancing. It's going to be entertainment. It's not, I know a lot of people see boxing as a violent sport. Especially these days, we're losing a lot of legends in the sport and a lot of athletes as well. But I want you to know that I'm coming in to show that it's fun. It changes your whole life as it did mine, and I'm going to make it fun. That's the key for me. I just want to make it fun. I want the kids to be able to see us and think, I want to be that, and not scare away from that. So expect a lot of entertainment, expect a lot of dancing, expect the power, expect more knockouts, and we love boxing.
Well, look, it's great to get a chat with you for the first time. I'm sure over the years to come, we'll obviously get plenty more, but enjoy, obviously, your camp with Dan, and we'll look forward to Mark getting you some fight news.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Cheers, Austine. Thank you.
Cheers.